Hey, this is the Fight Nerd. Today is December 4th, 2010, and we're on the road once again, going to Evolution Amateur Mixed Martial Arts, Holiday Havoc. And there's the J train driving by, even though it's really just a shot of car top. But hey, look, it's next to me, Pete Lampisona.
You know, for a minute I thought you were going to call me the J train because my middle initial is J, and I always wanted a name like that.
It's better than being called the P train.
After 800 yards,
we're driving through Manhattan right now to get through New Jersey without paying any tolls. What a great way to do it. And yeah.
It's the only way to do it.
It is. We're heading off to Jersey, as I mentioned, North Bergen, in fact. So this is actually a much shorter trip than Atlantic City, thank God.
That would be why it's the only way to do it. If we went out the way with the tolls, it would be a significantly longer trip because we'd have to go out south and then come back north.
Absolutely, P-Train. Now, give us a rundown about today's card that you know about. I know there's 10 fights, 3 title fights, and EVO, as we know, has put on, some exceptionally great shows in the past that we've been to. The last one, which also, I think is Evolution Fighting Championships, is also very, very good. Easily the best amateur show that we've seen, and also led to Pete being pepper sprayed, which will be happening soon. But
yeah, that got delayed because of some scheduling conflicts, but we're going to try and do it next week.
Yeah, so meanwhile, tonight's card, 10 fights, 3 title fights. Pete, anybody to look out for today?
Okay, number 1, Tim Fowler is going to be the second guy from that Renegade team I mentioned in the other vlogs to actually have an amateur fight. That's going to be pretty early on, so you could, if you're following the whole Team Renegade thing, you could look out for him.
Well, on what website do they follow that?
Well, you could follow that on US Combat Sports. That's US Combat Sports. Go to the Mid-Atlantic section.
Yeah, anyway, moving on.
Also,
by the way, folks, there's the J train. Look at that. New York City right there.
J train.
You're the P train. Get over it. Carry on.
Aaron Simpson has it good.
I want to see if anybody moons us while we're filming.
I don't think
it could happen.
Probably not.
All right. Anyway, anybody else to look out for tonight that you know about?
Honestly, there are a lot of guys that I'm getting used to seeing because they've done the amateur circuit now a while. Everyone fighting for a belt has done a number of amateur fights, so I've gotten to see them for a while. I think all these guys were brought in because they're sort of high action guys and they want to make a good impression in a show this close to New York because it's a New York owned company. Even though they can't actually do business in New York, which is another thing we could get into in another time.
Yes, we'll have, of course, our recap at the end of the night about what actually happened tonight. But, like I said before, Evolution Amateur MMA has put on some great amateur shows. The last one that we went to being easily the best one I've seen, the best one I think Pete has seen as well.
Definitely up there.
Yes, so we've got big expectations, or great expectations if you're a Dickens fan. Literary reference, how do you like that?
Oh, you're getting better.
I'm getting better. So yeah, we're hoping tonight's going to be a good show. I think it is. So we'll see you guys once we get into New Jersey and hopefully at the fights.
Right now, baby, it's all right now. Bow, bow. Bow, now, 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 now. Home to my place.
It wouldn't be a trip to Evolution without singing in the car.
Damn it. Really? Really?
Dance, monkey, dance.
It's better than the Mad Libs anyway.
Next time. Alright, hey guys, it's the Fight Nerd. I'm at Evolution Amateur, Holiday Havoc, and I've got a special guest today, the Garv. He's going to be conducting a little interview right now. One of the guys who's supposed to be fighting tonight.
I wasn't supposed to be fighting, but Tajuddin Abdul Hakim, I tell you what, this guy, as you can see, I gotta say his name a lot of times. I love saying this guy's name. He's my favorite fighter to announce. Plus, he's just fun to watch. I've seen you in action quite a few times, Taj. Excellent fighter. Your guy just didn't show. What's he, scared? What's going on?
I don't know, man. I mean, he's supposed to be this great grappler, you know what I'm saying? Grappler's Quest champion, Naga champion, undefeated and whatnot. I don't see the disrespect, man. I don't see it.
You know what? It's unfortunate because that is what it is. It's disrespect. I mean, at least call. What is going on here? But I tell you, that's not good because if that's a trend now, people are going to think, hey, is this guy going to show up for the fight? But you were here, you were ready, and your opponent just disappeared.
That's horrible because, like you said, if it sets a trend like that, then the sport's not going to grow. And if the sport's not going to grow, then, what are we stuck with, really?
Now, at this point, do you even want to have a rematch with him, or you just want to move on, find somebody who will actually step up?
I honestly don't even think that he's going to fight at all.
Not at all.
Not because he's scared or whatever. I don't see any rematch with him or anybody specific. It's the undisclosed amount of time that he's suspended or whatever. I don't know, but I'll fight somebody.
I tell you the truth, I would like to see them give him the belt tonight. but you know, they want you to fight for it, and you will be back.
That's what I came here to do anyway, right?
I would step up and do it, but I'm not really training anymore. So,
That's right.
And if I was, you better watch out, man. You better watch out.
I know, easy to talk that trash now. Hey, I got one other guy here, just want to show you. I trained with this guy, he lost the fight tonight. It was in a brutal war tonight. You know, usually when we train, he gives it to me, but he took some shots, kept coming tonight. Tim, Sarge Fowler, U.S. Army, active duty. Great fight, you will be back, brother.
Garv, plug the website.
TheFightNerd.com, and check out theGarv.com too.
What's your gym, by the way?
My team? Team Universal. My name is Tajuddin, the Black Spartan Abdul Hakim. Thank you.
All right, guys. Check me out. The next Evolution show. We're about 6 fights through the card now. So once we're all done, we're going to have a little wrap-up. Hopefully we'll talk the pro of the show as well. But in the meantime, it's been a pretty good night of fights so far. Here's a quick shot of the cage for you. Nice big cage as always. Been a good night of fights so far. 2 more to go. I'll talk to you after the night is over. We're back cage side with Zach Lynch, MMAphotography.com, rocking a new beard. Zach, how does this new beard help you take photos better?
It's helped me concentrate a lot more, focus, and it's given me that true grit that you need.
It absolutely has. Not as good as sideburns, but it's pretty close.
I watched Rocky, and it inspired me to sprout facial hair. I didn't before I saw Rocky 4. I didn't grow any facial hair.
Rocky 4, still inspiring lives. If you can change, I can change too.
Yeah.
Good answer. All right, Evolution Amateur Holiday Havoc is over here now with the pro to the show, Stephen Katz. Stephen, how'd it go tonight?
Well, before I talk about tonight, first I got to go back to the last vlogs. Yes, I do watch them. Yes, we have great food. Got to get you guys here earlier and give them props. They always cover us. Phenomenal. FightNerd.com, baby.
It's easy to cover fights like these. These are good fights. The guys are coming at these shows. You're doing something really wrong here. Steve, right now, let's talk about tonight's fights.
I'm very happy with the level of the fights that we have. You know, as I say in each one of these interviews, we start with the early fights, the debut fighters. I scout the camps. I know the coaches. I learn what I can about the fighters and try to put on the best we can to start the show off early into the night. The middle fights, guys with more experience, and then obviously the title fights. We had all these guys, every title, 6 guys, you know, they all have belts. They're all champions. Oh, we're losing the cage behind
We're losing
us.
the cage. It happens.
This is live. This is real right here.
It was live when we were taping it. Now, not so much.
So getting back to like submission night, Friday night, I thank you guys as press. We go to Press Row for their take on the fights.
This was a pleasure to actually not have to go all the way to Atlantic City, pay those tolls, went right through Manhattan, totally free. Come back here more, please.
January 29th, we should be back here, so you know what's happening. I put in for 12 amateur shows for 2011, 1 per month from January to December. Also looking to do 6 pro shows. We're at the table, we're almost finished locking down the sponsors and the financials for 6 pro shows and possibly 6 amateur Muay Thai shows, giving us 24 shows for the year. I'll be a busy guy, we'll see.
24 shows. Hopefully you guys can keep up and survive the long year ahead of you guys. 2011 is going to be a big year for Evolution. And again, January 29th, next one, correct?
Okay, the state will release the dates on December 15th. Right now, January 29th is our date. It's not guaranteed. After December 15th, I'll put the post up. Once we have it, contracts back, we know we're good, that'll be official. Looking forward to seeing you guys right back here, January 29th.
And the Fight Nerd will be there as always. Steven, thanks for your time today, and congratulations, another great show.
Before we go, we gotta turn the mic around because, you know, this is his sidekick right here. Right there. So why don't we just switch the mic for 1 second and say hi to Pete.
Do we really want to do that? I mean, he talks so much already on the vlog. All right, we'll switch it for him. How about that?
I had to get him. They always talking about me. Make sure I get him on camera with you guys.
All right, this is Peter Lampisona for U.S. Combat Sports, and I didn't prepare any questions for the remainder of the interview.
I have some questions. How'd you guys like the food? Did you get to the food tonight?
Tonight we did get to the food. We had a little bit actually on the sidelines. We enjoyed it greatly. I enjoyed it. We picked up what we could. You do a good job with that too.
Thank you so much. These guys are great. Support them. Thank you very much, guys.
And Evolution Amateur MMA Holiday Havoc is over, and in front of me now are some French dip sliders from Applebee's. Also in front of me is Pete Lampisona. He's eating a Caesar salad and buffalo wings.
I can't go healthy all the way on a trip.
No.
Just won't happen.
Impossible. So Evolution Amateur MMA is over, as we mentioned. Let's get some salad action while you're up there.
Well, we actually ate at Evolution, so I wasn't going to get something heavy.
Yeah. We had an empanada each. So yeah, we did find the food. Thanks, Steve. We found it. It was good. But we're still hungry, so we need to eat some crap. All right, so Evolution Amateur MMA, good show overall. 8 fights, 8 pretty good fights. 2 titles now crowned. Let's start at, I guess, title fights.
I was really impressed with both for different reasons. One, obviously, we gave it submission of the night. There was just a really quick submission of Jimbo Hoffman over Kenny Rivera. It was a very cool one, too, because it was one of those situations where Hoffman sprawled out from the shot, had the grip for the guillotine immediately upon the sprawl, so he just pulled it real quick. Didn't look like he was going to get it, but just kept at it, and then Kenny eventually just passed out, and there was a lot of drama going on.
Yeah, we actually have, in fact, the photos of it. Kenny actually hit Jimbo twice on the ground in the head, which is illegal in amateur MMA, and no one really seemed to catch it, because it happened extremely quickly, but I got the photos as I mentioned, and afterwards when Jimbo choked out Kenneth Rivera, there was like some crazy woman in the back yelling at him. I didn't really get photos of her because she wasn't really worth taking photos of, but little crazy moment.
The other title fight with Gordon versus Fabrizi. Fabrizi really impressed me in the first 2 rounds. He kind of gassed in the third, but he was really doing a very good job with his striking and using it to sort of keep the shot at bay. Like just hanging back, picking his spots, outlanding. He was, for an amateur, he was putting on a very intelligent fight. Sort of to the dismay of the crowd. I think this was the only fight that the crowd didn't react very well to because Fabrizi was sort of sitting back and letting things go, whereas normally the amateurs, they can't wait to just crash right into each other.
There was one knockout tonight, which I missed the photo. I've actually got the photo of him going down, but I kind of missed the punch due to the angle, but there was one knockout tonight that was pretty good also.
It was actually like a series of knockouts. What was happening was Greg Quintarello, he was landing these counter shots, and his opponent, Vince
Clortho, the Keymaster.
No, okay. Well, his first name's Vince. Vince was coming in with these really long shots that he was hitting, but they were sort of like glancing off Quintanello's head, and then Quintanello would come back with a counter shot, and every time it would not only rock, but floor Vince, like all the time. He kept on going out. It looked like he was unconscious, but he managed to get back up to his feet in time to continue fighting. And I think that was just starting to add up on him because lighter and lighter shots were knocking him down. And I just think he wasn't all the way there.
And we also both got mentioned on air on Go Fight Live. So yeah, we're big time now.
Oh yeah. No, we're kind of a big deal in case you didn't know.
Yeah, we're sports fighters, totally. Absolutely. So yeah, next show might be January 29th. They're not totally sure yet, but it looks like January 29th is the date for the next one. And it was definitely a show worth checking out. Good show.
Very good show.
Yes,
very good show overall.
We both agree. So yeah, you can check out more about EVO Amateur MMA at EVOAMMA.com. And Pete, where can we find out more about you?
Well, you could read more about this event and any other event going on in the Mid-Atlantic by going to U.S. Combat Sports and checking out the Mid-Atlantic section. That's U.S. Combat Sports. They're the people who pay me.
Some nice wings. You gonna eat all those?
Probably.
You fat bitch. And of course, I am spinning the camera, and I am the Fight Nerd. You can check out more from this event, including all the photos you saw on thefightnerd.com. It's time for us to stuff our faces with thousands upon thousands of calories at about 11:30 at night. Say bye, Pete.